Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Della Brigiana. My student ID is 194010014. I will explain about bad news message. 7.1 Communicating negative and news strategically. In this chapter, we'll learn when to use the direct strategy and when to use the indirect strategy to deliver unfavorable news. We'll study the goals of business communication in working with negative news and learn techniques for achieving those goals. 7.1a Setting goals in communicating negative news. Sending bad news is not that easy communication task you may have, but it can be gratifying if you do it effectively. As a business communicator working with bad news, you will have many goals. The most important of them are summarized here: explain clearly and competently, convey empathy and sensitivity, project a professional image, be fair, and the last, maintain friendly relations. 7.2 Examining bad news strategies. As a business writer in training, you have at your disposal two basic strategies for delivering negative news: direct and indirect. In this chapter, we expand on that advice and offer additional considerations to help you decide which strategy to use. 7.2a Using the direct strategy to convey negative news. The direct strategy may be more effective in situations such as the following: when the bad news is not damaging, when the receiver may overlook the bad news, when the organization or receiver prefers directness, and the last, when firmness is necessary. 7.2b Using the indirect strategy to convey negative news. Here are typical instances in which the indirect strategy works well: when the bad news is personally upsetting, when the bad news will provoke a hostile reactions, when the bad news threatens to customer relationship, and the last, when the bad news is unexpected. 7.2c Keeping the indirect strategy ethical. The key to ethical communication lies in the motives of the sender. Unethical communicators intend to deceive, although the indirect strategy provides a setting in which to announce negative news. It should not be used to avoid or misrepresent the truth. 7.3 Composing effective bad news message. Most bad news messages contain some or all these parts: buffer, reason bad news, and closing. This section also discusses apologies and how to convey empathy in delivering bad news. 7.3a Opening indirect message with a buffer. To reduce the shock or pain of negative news, more writers use a buffer. They begin with a neutral but meaningful statement that makes the reader continue reading. 7.3b Apologizing. An apology is defined as an admission of blameworthy things and regret for an undesirable event. Apologies are often part of bad news message. 7.3c Showing empathy. One of the hardest things to do in apologies is to convey empathy. Empathy means understanding or emotional impact on others and making change as a result. 7.3d Presenting the reasons. Without sound reasons for the request, refusing a claim, or revealing other bad news, a message will fail. Providing an explanation reduces feelings of ill will and improves the chance that readers will accept the bad news. 7.3a Cushioning the bad news. Although you can prevent the disappointment that bad news brings, you can reduce the pain somewhat by breaking the news sensitively. Be especially considerate when the reader will suffer personally from the bad news. 7.3f Closing pleasantly. After explaining the bad news sensitively, close the message with a pleasant statement that promotes goodwill. The closing should be personalized and may include a forward look and alternative good wishes, previous resale information, or a sales promotions. 7.4 Refusing typical requests and claims. When you must refuse typical requests, first think about how the receiver will react to your refusal and decide whether to use the direct or the indirect strategy. 7.4a Rejecting requests for favors, money, information, and action. Requests for favors, money, information, and action may come from charities, friends, or business partners. Many are from people representing worthy causes, and you may wish you could complete. However, resources are usually limited. The company must refuse a request for a donation to a charity. 7.4b Dealing with disappointed customers in print and online. Most business professionals strive to control the damage and resolve such problem in the following manner. 1. Call or email the disappointed customer immediately or reply to the individual's online post within 24 hours. 2. Describe the problem and apologize. 3. Explain why the problem occurred, what they are doing to resolve it, and how they will prevent it from happening again. And the last, promote goodwill by following up with a message that documents the phone call or acknowledge the online exchange of posts. 7.4c Denying claims. When customers are unhappy with a product or service, they often are emotionally involved. Obviously, in denial message, you will need to adopt the proper tone. Don't blame customers even if they are at fault. Avoid use statements that sound preachy. Use neutral, objective language to explain why the claim must be refused. Consider offering resale information to rebuild the customer's confidence in your products or organizations. 7.5 Managing bad news within organizations. A reasoned first approach and a tactful tone help preserve friendly relation with customers. The same techniques are also useful when delivering bad news within organizations. Organizational bad news may involve declining profits, lost contracts, harmful lawsuits, public relations controversies, and policy changes. Generally, bad news is better received when reasons are given first. 7.5a Delivering bad news in person. Decide whether the negative information is newsworthy. If you know that the news will upset the receivers, the reason for strategy is most effective. When the bad news involves one person or a small group nearby, you should generally deliver that news in person. 7.5b Refusing workplace requests. Occasionally, managers must refuse requests from employees. Carefully employ a buffer, gives a rational explanation, and closes positively with an alternative and gratitude. And the last, 7.5c Announcing bad news to employees and the public. Many of the techniques used to deliver bad news personally are useful when organizations face a crisis or must deliver bad news to their workers and other stakeholders. First, keeping communication open and honest. Second, choosing the best communication channel. Next, draft of intranet post, and the last, revision of intranet post. Thank you everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.